Even though the woman was unbearably thirsty, she only dared to take a small sip of water. The reason was that the Earth had drifted out of its orbit, and it was getting closer and closer to the sun. The indoor temperature had even reached over 100 degrees. Beth recorded this rare situation on her drawing board. A faint knocking sound came from the door. When she opened it, she saw the neighbor's little girl. The girl stared directly at the cup in Beth's hand. Even though water was extremely precious now, she still handed the cup to her. At that moment, the girl's father rushed over and scolded his daughter for being so rude. Hearing the noise, Joanna walked out. The man told them they were preparing to head north to stay with relatives. Joanna asked if they had enough gasoline. The radio had been saying that the highways were completely jammed. Beth also reminded them that the gas stations outside had already shut down.
I know that, but we've got to try anyway.
The man said he knew how chaotic things were outside, but under the current circumstances they had no choice but to take the risk. Neighbors left one after another. The entire building was left with only Joanna and Beth. The situation kept getting worse. Beth could not help but wonder what the future would be like. Joanna told Beth that according to the radio news, the city had already started intermittent water supply. Beth began to miss her old life. Even a cool breeze would have been enough. But looking outside the window now, the once bustling streets were already empty. Joanna asked Beth if she was going to leave. A scientist on the morning broadcast had said that the Earth was slowly moving closer to the sun. If nothing changed, the fate of humanity would be extinction. The next day, Beth returned exhausted with a pile of supplies. Joanna was surprised that Beth had gone out and anxiously asked if the stores were open. Beth told her the stores were indeed open, but they had been broken into by desperate people. She had struggled a lot just to get this small amount of supplies. When Joanna heard that Beth had managed to get 3 bottles of juice, she swallowed greedily and followed her into the room. She hoped to open one right away to quench her thirst. Beth generously said it was fine. After getting the answer, Joanna impatiently searched through the drawer for a bottle opener. She even snatched the juice from Beth's hand, but she lost her grip and dropped it.
Sorry. I'm acting just like an animal, aren't I?
Beth comforted her and said it was okay. She joked that she had been even crazier when grabbing supplies at the store. A woman in her 30s had even been sitting on the ground crying. At that moment, the radio broadcasted the news. The police reminded residents to lock their doors and windows at home. Crime in the city was running rampant. Most of the police force was on the highways and could no longer take care of the people in the city. But when it came to tomorrow's weather, the broadcaster began to hesitate. After a moment of hesitation, he finally told everyone that tomorrow would be even hotter than today. But right after saying that, the sound of him being arrested came through the radio. The reason was spreading panic. After hearing this, Beth and Joanna felt even more hopeless. But they still forced themselves to stay calm and comforted each other that things would get better. After pouring the juice, Beth handed a cup to Joanna. Now regaining her senses, Joanna quickly refused. What had just happened made her feel very ashamed.